the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane studio.
All right, welcome back. Hour number 2, Off the Bench, right here, 104.5 ESPN. If you're just joining the show, hour number 2, we are here at the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank. A little day of service for Guarantee Corporation, Guarantee Media. So all the shows brought to you today on 104.5 ESPN will be from right here. This is the, I believe this is the sorting room for all the food that comes in. They get it all sorted. They get it boxed up, get it ready for donations. This place is gigantic, very impressive, and this place is going to continue to get louder and louder as we go. So we just were told to put our mics closer and closer.
All the lights are turning on in the building. Everybody's getting here. It's getting ramped up.
I know. We're always the first one everywhere, though. Morning show stuff.
Yeah.
Morning show woes.
You get to watch The Office wake up.
Yep.
But yeah, like this is an incredibly huge place. Did not realize how big it was.
I know. And it takes a lot of resources to operate a building like this. There's huge offices, cubicles, so a lot of people are working that work here. A lot of people donate their time here, and a lot of resources are needed. So please continue to look into the Great Baton Rouge Food Bank. Did you give a little time, give a little money,
did you find out what Drake May was making this year?
Yeah, we are going to tell you what Drake May is making this year because we were talking about NIL and what they're getting paid. But first, let's get the show started.
Let's get it started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
You didn't know what we were doing? Thanks for listening to the show, Richard. Appreciate it. Go to GoFlow, GoFlow IV, GoFlow.iv.com. We're talking about IV therapy. Have you done an IV before?
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
A couple weeks ago.
It works immediately. So whether you had maybe a long night out, maybe you had a few too bitty last night watching the national championship game, whatever it is. Weather, been crazy. We got hot, we got cold. That brings on the sniffles. So if you want to boost that immune system, they got all the vitamins, they got all the enhancers in the IVs. And it's something that actually works immediately. It's all medically done right over there. Go over there. If it's your first time, you can set up an account. They take a look at you. They give you the IV in and out in about 30 to 40 minutes. GoFlow IV, Jefferson Highway, right there near Bocage. Get hydrated, get vitamized. GoFlow IV. So Richard and I were talking about just the, how do these contracts work? And I know there's a lot of reporters out there. There's a lot of people that do media. There's a lot of people on this station that know a lot more about the actual contracts than I do. Yeah. Certainly on how they're working. There's the rev share portion. Then there's the marketing portion for all these kids that we're negotiating with. So it's like you're starting to count up. Well, there's $9 million committed to the quarterbacks. There's about probably if we get the Seton kid, there's going to be $7, $8, $9 million committed to offensive line. But I thought there was only like $15 to $20 million for the rev share. Well, I think the majority of this money is certainly coming from the marketing. So how does it all work? We don't know.
But that still has to pass a clearinghouse. That's where I get so confused on this deal.
I know. And Moscona did a good job a couple of weeks. I think last week I was hearing him talking about what the clearinghouse has approved and denied, things like that. And I'm assuming we're all going to make a bunch of assumptions right now. Maybe some people know a little bit more insider information, but I think it's still all assumptions. Like in this world where the money has seemingly quadrupled in one year, calendar year for a lot of these recruits, a lot of the market value. How is that all going to play out by the end of the year? Will all that money end up in the kids' pockets? I think we're all assuming so, and I'm guessing that the kids are certainly assuming so. But in a world where everybody's just making up the rules kind of as we go.
Well, so to me, you get into the contract situation where you saw, I don't know if it was last year, a kid to Florida was promised all this money, didn't get it, put his name back in the transfer portal, left.
Yep.
You've seen kids leave because they were told one thing, didn't get it. So we go get all these kids. And like you said, you got the rev share portion, which sounds like we're out of the rev share portion or whatever it is. I mean, at what point, do you have stipulations in the contract that I need my money by July 1st? Or I need it by August 1st?
Right.
Or do I have a second to sit out? I want my money before August 1st, because if I don't have it, then I'm not playing next year. I'm going to sit out, not waste that year of eligibility. I'm withdrawing from school. Like those are the type of things that I'm waiting to see if they ever happen.
Right, and it's going to be fascinating to kind of see all this unfold. Now, of course, this isn't the first year, but this certainly seems like the first year where we're talking about these extreme dollars. Like, now I get it. There were some one-offs with quarterbacks. Like I think you just brought up the kid from Florida. I don't remember the kid's name.
It was like $7 million.
It was like $7 million. Yeah. I think it was coming from like a car dealer and something like. And I was like, you know what? I don't know if I really want to pay that money. You know, maybe I'm not going to get the return on investment. Maybe I don't love Florida as much as I thought I did.
There's no high school kid in the world worth $7 million. Like, my high is not going to make a huge investment. Like, I get that you might get some,
I might not sell one more packet.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah. But you're going to spend that type of money to get a kid just to come to your alma mater?
I made the comment. I was like, I don't know if I bought anything because Nussmeier's face was on a billboard.
No.
Or Nussmeier's face. But Jake and I talked about this. It's like I think they get something back, but I think the understanding is it's not the return on it, it's I'm sure it counts as a donation for their company, and there's tax things that they can do. And of course, they just love their university and want them to be successful. It's just like, just win, baby. It's like everybody in it, they feel like, they're kind of pseudo owners of a
So it would make more sense
team
to me because, I think I watch more YouTube now than probably regular TV. Like, I go straight to whatever I want.
Yeah, so like a child.
Yeah, I mean, but they got the best. There's no hunting shows on TV anymore. The best hunting shows are on YouTube. The best fishing shows are on YouTube. I watch y'all's show on YouTube. I mean, the stuff that I want to watch, I can get there.
Do you smash the like button?
I can't. I don't know how to do that on a TV.
Better be smashing the like button.
How do you do it on a TV? Show me how to do it. I'll figure it out. I'm losing my point. But so I think these NIL deals, when you're talking about what their value is. At what point does it tie back to their social media following? You got a kid with 2 million followers.
Dude, hell yeah.
Like, that guy's worth way more. I don't give a crap what he's worth on the field at that point, but he's more valuable in a social media aspect when he's got 2+ million followers. I mean, your brand, your product is going to get more views with that kid than a guy that's got 5,000 followers but really good at football.
Yeah. Well, the social media, that's and the YouTube, all that following, that's like a business in and of itself. That's outside of this whole negotiation, right?
But if I'm...
It's all about pay for play here.
But if I'm a Canes guy or I'm a My High guy, and I got this kid with 2 million followers, I would rather put my money towards him. Like, I want my NIL deal. I'm going to go sign one up with him because I'm going to get way more viewership and my brand's going to get seen way more with him versus another person.
Sure. Well, at that point, you're talking about a real business negotiation, like a real marketing opportunity. Now, maybe if a kid has a certain amount of followers, then it's easier for a certain deal to pass through the clearinghouse.
That's what I'm thinking.
That would make sense. But from all accounts that I'm hearing, reading, and again, look, I'm like everybody listening. Like, I don't have insider knowledge. I don't chase a breaking situation or all. I hear what everybody says. I hear what I read. I hear what I see, and that's what I know. But certainly, it feels like, in the spirit of which the clearinghouse was installed and was given power to, that the college football is not really adhering to that spirit.
Yeah.
It was okay, here's the. Because I remember coaches a year ago or 2 years ago saying, man, I can't wait until the rev share comes because then there's some sort of salary cap at least. Now we know exactly what the rules are that we're playing, of the game we're playing.
Do we?
But I think it's even more confusing, right?
Yeah, because you can throw all this outside money. I mean, think about this. This should be a very solid, point to where the confusion is. And even with Matt Moscona, as much as he's putting out there, when have you heard from somebody that this guy's getting paid $2.2 million? It's always $2 to $3 million, 2 to 2.5,
yeah, right.
2.5 to 3. No one's ever putting this guy's making $350,000, 70 cents, whatever, for this year.
Yep.
So is that because there's so much fluctuation in what we might be able to get you versus what we can guarantee?
Yep.
I haven't heard anybody say he's getting $2.7 million or he's getting 1.2. It's always 1 to 2.
It's not like the NFL or other sports where those contracts are made public and made public information because it's not a unionized. They're not employees. They're 1099 contract workers.
This gets tough. So think about like what they say is going on at Ole Miss right now, that all these new guys are making more money than the guys that built the program. And then try to have that conversation. Like when you're
if they were state employees, then we would know exactly what it is, but they're contract workers, right?
But somebody's leaking something, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, but nobody will say it.
Yeah. And usually it's agents leaking because they're getting information because they want to be a good agent. They want to be known as a good agent because you get more clients that way. So they leak these numbers.
Think of how much money you would have made after the Peach Bowl. Like, because you were coming back, sitting right there. You have that big game.
Yep.
I mean, that's like having a huge preseason game and then going into free agency.
Yeah, I did this a couple weeks ago. NIL valuation after 2000. If I would have come back for a senior year in NIL, because Scott Tolzien, the Saints quarterback coach, he was a quarterback at Wisconsin, won a Rose Bowl. He was my teammate in Green Bay, and because I did his, and his was like after the Rose Bowl, his valuation would have been like $1.5 to $2 million, something like that. I was trying to look up yours real quick.
I could have made some money.
Here's your ceiling. This is after 2008, the start of 2008 season. Richard Dixon's becomes a clear All-American candidate. His ceiling for NIL, $300,000 plus.
Tight ends get screwed on this.
Dude, you're getting 1/5 of the normal offensive lineman, and like not even a tenth of what the potential the new offensive lineman's going to get.
Yeah.
So apparently, reports have, and this is I don't know who's reporting this. So look, take this with a grain of salt. The kid that LSU's been hosting. Jordan Seaton, the offensive lineman, big offensive lineman who's in the portal from Colorado, a 5-star plus recruit, Richard.
Well, they're saying
he's a plus.
He's going in the first round next year. Like, he's one of the biggest offensive line recruits to come through in a while.
Yep.
They ran his numbers to this point to Will Campbell's. And, like, he surpassed whatever Will Campbell did in his junior year.
Interesting. So, I didn't know that the plus was a thing you could add on to a 5-star, but maybe they invented it for this kid. But he certainly seems like a surefire. Can't miss. All reports are that they think he's going to be at LSU. Yeah. Certainly, he's been at LSU, scheduled to go to Oregon. He has delayed that. We got, I think Moscona was putting some pieces together that maybe he was at seeing the governor yesterday. Certainly, LSU pulling out all the stops for him. And people starting to talk about what's this going to look like from a financial standpoint. And it looks like it's going to be in the range of $3+ million. Potentially. This is all potential. This is all second, third, fourth, fifth hand information.
Yeah.
But yeah, it certainly looked like. So that's a lot. That's a lot of money. Certainly probably a lot. And you had brought up the NFL MVP candidate. Probably going to come in second. Drake May. Pretty good.
Playing pretty awesome right
He's playing NFL quarterback, the highest paid position usually on the team, certainly in the NFL. He's in his second year and playing under his rookie contract. He is set to make just under $2.5 million this year.
That's what I thought. This is what blows my mind.
Could win the Super Bowl. Could be the MVP.
He's a freaking professional. Like,
he's a what?
Professional.
Okay.
Freaking. I said freaking.
Okay.
Professional. And, like, he's out there, like you said, an MVP candidate. He deserves the money. And we're talking about he's making $2.4 million right now, and, Levitt's going to get 5.5, 6.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's roughly $2.46 million for Drake May, and potentially this Jordan Seaton kid could make over $3 million. But you know what? The market bears what the market bears, which just continues.
Do you think that can ever have an effect on rookie pay scale? Like, okay, these kids are making this much in college. You would think that they have to make more in the NFL. Or they're just going to keep letting kids in college make more than NFL players.
Yeah. It's going to have to change. So something's got to give. And it's going to be so fascinating to see in the next couple of years. Will people, business owners, will they continue to think this is a good idea? Because they're going to be setting the rules. Will the market continue to bear all this fruit? I don't know. I have no idea. I can't imagine. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it as like a business owner myself. Like, I can't imagine. Like, it seems cool now, keeping up with the Joneses, but like in 3 or 4 years, are we going down this rabbit hole? Still, I don't know.
If you win one, maybe. But if you don't, okay, so at what point is it worth? Like, if LSU comes out, spends all this money, and they win next year, they'll have the same people putting up money the following year.
Right.
Because it worked.
Right.
When it doesn't work 2 years in a row,
right,
do they come back and spend money again? That's where I'm more curious to see what happens.
3 years later, I'm down $200 million, and I'm still selling a lot of chicken.
I want that coach fired at this point. I spent this much money, we didn't win. Get rid of him.
I know. And then at that point, keeping control as the school, as an athletic director, maintaining control of the tool without having people input. That's when you get all these people, and you got to police it. How many people are going to try to effectively act like an owner or part owner after they give all this money for multiple years and years? So
guys with a lot of money tend to have a little bit of an ego, and I can see people say, "Hey, I'm donating. I'm your biggest donor."
Yep.
And I would like to see this happen.
Yep. How
many times is he going to be told no? Those guys aren't used to being told no. It gets really tough. I mean, that's a tough job for an AD to deal with.
Yep. Certainly fascinating. We'll see what happens, but LSU just win, baby. I don't care.
I'm ready for football season.
3.5, make it 5, make it 8. Go get
not my money. Just go spend it. Go spend somebody else's money.
Somebody's money. Will they get paid? I don't know. We'll see. But we'll keep pondering all things that are life, all things that are sports, right here from the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank. So stick with us. We're going to come out. A lot of news coming out of the NFL as well. So we're going to kind of dive into that, get you caught up on all the head coaching carousel happening in the NFL right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, Boudreaux's Electrical, boudreauxelectrical.com. You can go to their website right now. If you want thinking about a little peace of mind sounds cool to you. Sounds cool to me. You can go to their website right now. There's a big red button. It says request a free Generac quote. So you can start that whole process. See what it's like. You go in there and you tell them like what size home you have, how many air conditions, like all that good stuff. And you never really know if it's something that you've been wanting to do, something that you've been thinking, that full home, that whole home generator, keeping the power on no matter the weather, no matter the circumstance, no matter what is happening, you keep the power on. Protect your family, protect your things, protect that deer meat or that duck meat that's in the freezer. We've all been there. We've all had to clean out that freezer the day after the big storm, and never let that happen again. Go request that free generator. Get the process started. You know what? No time like the present to get that peace of mind. Go check them out. boudreauxelectrical.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back here. Off the Bench, 104.5 ESPN. Coming at you from the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank. And
getting rolling.
They are here. So you see all these people behind us working, or a majority of them, a lot of them, from Guarantee Corporation, of course. We work for Guarantee. And so this is the day of service, celebrating 100 years, 100-year birthday that Guarantee Corporation has been part of the community, doing the good work, and they're celebrating that by giving back.
It's pretty incredible.
Little day of service. So
100 years.
You will see people from Guarantee here, as well as other volunteers from the community. Certainly here, packing boxes, packing food, packing meals here at the food bank in this extremely impressive facility. You always uncover something in places you live in Baton Rouge that's just like you kind of figured we had something, right? A place like something.
I've heard about it.
But you always uncover something about a community in Baton Rouge. Certainly, we live in a fantastic place that you didn't really know was here. Yeah. It's like a little dime. Like, wow, this is an impressive situation. It's impressive what they do here. And the facility, it's huge, gigantic, right here, right off Choctaw. So yeah, you can go check them out, brfoodbank.org, brfoodbank.org. Donate money, donate time, donate food. Just get involved. Get involved. This is doing great work here in the community.
Go through your pantry. Everybody has a bunch of canned food that my wife goes and she'll buy like 100 of them because I use 2 a week, and then they end up sitting there.
Yep.
Come out there and clear it out, bring it all here.
Yep. And so certainly doing the Lord's work over here. before we jump into our next segment, I want to kind of talk a little NFL. But before we do, I want to tell you about our friends, partners over at Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys, getgordon.com. Anywhere in Louisiana, look, if you've been injured, if you got a situation and you need some help, whether it's a car accident, whether you've been hurt on the job, whatever it is, getgordon.com, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Let them fight for you. They've been doing it for a long, long time. They are the experts. They will get you exactly what you deserve. Don't be bullied. Don't be bullied by whatever company's out there after you get injured. Let them go fight for you anywhere in Louisiana. Doesn't matter the area code. Doesn't matter where you are, north, south, east, west, central, whatever it is. 888-8888. Let them fight for you. GetGordon.com. We've seen the work they do in the community. We've seen the billboards. They like to have a little fun on the billboards, on the commercials. But all the awesome work they do with the G team. Gordon's probably licking his chops right now with this portal class. Yeah. Getting involved in so many great things. But go check them out. Let them fight for you. GetGordon.com. All right, coaching carousel continues to spin in the NFL. Robert Saleh, new head coach for the Tennessee Titans.
Great hire.
Great hire?
I mean,
I don't know.
No, it makes no sense. The NFL just recycles guys.
Yeah.
Like Robert Saleh did not do anything very impressive his first stint. Good defensive mind, but I mean, seeing him get that job, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, so like he's got this aura about him that's like this alpha type mentality, this defensive guy. I think he's very well spoken. I was with Robert Saleh. He was in Seattle when I was there. People love him. Like, and he can, you have a conversation with him. He's like that dude that's like really good to talk to, like you believe in him.
Yeah.
Now he's not like this huge rah-rah guy, but he's got like this big barrel of voice. Looks like, you know,
like 07,
like
we had Pliny. Every player, didn't matter offense, defensive side.
Yeah.
Like, everybody hung out with Pliny because he was the guy that you go talk to. Didn't really, have to be about football, but he was always there to give you a little bit of insight.
Yeah, for sure. And I think they're like with the Saleh hire, I think it's more of like, we're going to give you a pass because it's the Jets.
Yeah.
The Jets stink. Nobody's going to be good there. And they might be trying to recreate some of this this good juice like the Patriots did with Mike Vrabel this year. Kind of that same, I don't want to compare the two people, but the same presentation on the outside looking in, like defensive guy, hard ass type guy, like maybe leader of men, maybe he can recreate. He just needs a new scenario. He needs a better situation, and the Titans certainly think that they're that better situation. So he takes that job.
It's a lot to do with timing though with Vrabel. What quarterbacks did he have? He had Marcus Mariota. Trying to think of the quarterbacks that he went through at Tennessee, and he had a couple years where they had good teams.
That was a wildfire firing Vrabel.
Yeah, it made no sense. Like that. Yeah. That fire.
Like, what are we doing?
So, but to my point, Robert Saleh made freaking sense.
Yeah,
like it was like he did not deserve to be the head coach. Mike Vrabel, we didn't understand why he got fired.
Yeah.
I mean, you could call Aaron. Like there's some. How did Aaron played for him? Did he go there because of him? Did he like him? I mean, there's other stuff that you would know that.
Yeah, I'm not going to put words in anybody's mouth, but. There's certainly some question marks. Yeah, I would say.
I kind of told me that before.
But you do have to. Everybody that plays for the Jets or coaches for the Jets, I think you get a mulligan.
Yeah,
honestly, I do. I said the same for like the Raiders. Look at Stefanski. Stefanski just took the job. He's the Falcons head coach.
Yeah. How
was he the coach of the year twice? Why was his name always thought? Because they lose every time, but it's the Browns. So you kind of, if you show mild, mediocre success, a slight glimmer of hope at the place like the Browns, you get coach of the year twice. So if you can just win a few games for the Jets or the Raiders, coach of the year.
Yeah.
I also want to mention when you were talking just now, good job using the word freaking.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Good job.
Thanks, man.
Don't know if you did that earlier.
I did. I promise. But for me, it just seemed like the NFL coaches are always recycled. You don't see a lot of new names coming up there.
Yep.
It's always names you've heard of before. And I guess that's really because in the NFL, it's a GM league. Like the GMs are going to call people that they know and guys that they've talked to other guys about.
Yeah, their job's on the line, so they're going to go with what they're familiar with. And a good case in point is with the Dolphins. They have a new GM, and he just hired. Their GM comes from John Eric Sullivan. Has been a long time in Green Bay. I remember him being a a young scout when I was there. I remember him, like, he was my host at the Combine, move you around. So he was hired as a GM recently, and he hires Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley. So coming from the Packers organization, you're going to take familiar. So Jeff Hafley, certainly a new face to the head coaching ranks, which brings up, which I was reading yesterday, a wild stat. The Miami Dolphins have 8 straight coaches they've hired at head coach, all first-time head coaches. First-time head coaches the last 8 times. The last time they hired someone as a head coach that had experience was Dave Wadstad in 2000.
And it hasn't worked out for them.
They've gone through a lot.
Yeah.
So certainly yesterday, we get the news of Jeff Hafley being hired for the Dolphins, Robert Saleh being hired. The reports came out last night to the Tennessee Titans. And the belle of the ball, there's a new prettiest girl at the dance when it comes to NFL job openings, and that's the Buffalo Bills. Word comes out yesterday that they fire long-tenured head coach Sean McDermott. Seemingly, from all accounts, a good head coach.
Yeah.
Probably needs a new... Does it make sense? I think so.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. He's been there 9 years with Buffalo. Josh Allen is in the absolute prime of his career. They couldn't get it done when you got Joe Burrow out, Lamar out, Patrick Mahomes out of the playoffs. Now, certainly he didn't have the supporting cast, but I think this is saying, hey, we have to have a change, and we're not changing quarterbacks, so let's just try something different because what we're doing is not working. Yeah, I get it. We hadn't made the playoffs in a long time before that with Chan Gailey or Doug Marrone or whoever it was, and you've made the playoffs and you've been relevant, but you've won the North for multiple years now, or the East, the AFC East, and you got nothing to show for it. So I think it's this mutual part of ways. I think Sean McDermott is going to be at the top of the list for a lot of these openings because you still got the Cardinals open, the Ravens, the Browns, the Raiders, the Steelers, the Bills. You got all these places, and now you have the prettiest girl at the dance, the Buffalo Bills, with the reigning MVP, quarterback. Everybody's going to be dying to get that job, and I got to just feel like John Harbaugh with the Giants is like,
God, too quick.
God, I was one week too early. I should have dated for a little while longer.
And the reason I was asking you that is because just a second ago you said that the Mike Vrabel firing from Tennessee was wild. Like how did he get fired from Tennessee?
Right.
Well, if you're looking at the two, but you get the Bills coach getting fired, but you don't understand Mike Vrabel when he was with Tennessee. Like I think that he did a lot better job at the Bills than what happened at Tennessee. I know it's different situations. The Bills have the best quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion.
Yep.
But from your standpoint of a mutual leave, like, hey, guys, look, we've done everything we can together. We haven't been able to push it over the goal line and win this thing.
Yep.
Let's try something different.
Yeah. And it's a lot being said about it, but I think the majority of people say, yeah, this is probably the right move, the right time. But, man, that head coaching job, everybody is going to be lining up for it. And so we can come back at some point today and kind of give you those odds. Certainly, Joe Brady will be up there because he is on the list for every single opening, college and professional. But
he's the OC there now, right?
He is the OC, so it makes a lot of sense. Brian Daboll has been linked to that job as well because he was the OC there for a long time. He's got a good relationship with Josh Allen. They had a lot of success there. So certainly going to be interesting. And Buffalo's getting a new stadium too. So my God. And that fan base is incredible.
Do you think with this many openings, does anybody look at Belichick coming back?
No.
They're done with him. I mean, he's kind of embarrassed himself the last year and a half anyway.
He could it's a bad look for old Bill.
It's rough. One of the guys that, everybody kind of, looked up to and, this is the guy that sets the standard and does this. And then now you're like, man, you are breaking all the rules.
I know. He's kind of, I hate to say it, too, because he's kind of destroyed his image, his aura. We all, of course, everybody will remember the great times in the run, but you can't remember that without also remembering this whole past 12 months or 10 months or whatever it's been. So
delete it.
All right. Let's go to break. We will come back, continue talking all things sports, maybe not sports. I don't know, NFL, college football. Do we have any updates on Jordan Seaton? We will find out right here. Stay tuned.
Off the bench.
All right, Russell Pools, russellpools.com. Hey, you want a pool? You want a custom pool? you want the best darn pool in the neighborhood? Well, that would be Russell Pools. They are the best in Louisiana, and it's the name that you think of when you think of the highest quality custom pools. And so, you might be thinking, oh, custom pools. Well, I don't need that. I just want a regular pool. Well, when we say custom, that's any shape. Certainly, that's a square. That's a kidney bean shape. That's a lazy river, whatever it is. But they customize all the finishes, the tile, the colors. They customize the whole project, and it is a one-stop shop. So if you've been thinking about this pool, if it's been on your mind, like it's been on my mind for many years now, we're finally pulling that trigger. Just get the process started. See what it looks like working with Russell Pools. They are a one-stop shop. So if you dream it, they can design it, they can draw it, they can engineer it, they can build it, they can maintain it, they can literally do it all. Go check them out. Give them a call or go see them. RussellPools.com.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back here, Off the Bench. I want to tell you about our friends at Pala Industrial Contractors here in Baton Rouge in Louisiana. Nonetheless, we know what hard work looks like, and nobody represents that spirit better than Pala Industrial Contractors for over 52 years. That's a lot of years, Richard.
Those are my people.
Those are your people? That's what I'm talking about.
Love me some Pala.
Pala's the best. They've been building with confidence and building the Gulf Coast with a reputation for safety, quality, craftsmanship that stands the test of time. I'm sure they got good valves, too.
I sell them good valves, good pipe, good flanges, all
Dang right you do. From steel fabrication, piping, helical piles, tanks, vessels, industrial construction, and maintenance, Pala delivers results that you can trust with over 70,000 square foot fabrication facility right here in Louisiana. Licenses in over 32 states. Pala is equipped for project of literally any scale and anywhere. So when safety, quality, reliability matter, choose Pala. Because of Pala, it's more than construction. It's about the people. They are employee-owned, relationship-driven. So whether you're looking to build your next project or build your next career, visit palagroup.com to learn more.
You still messing much with the industrial stuff?
Oh yeah, we do. With Mahi, we are selling. That was when I started Mahi. That was kind of like the first thing that we were doing. I was trying to.
You got to get into this.
Trying to get y'all going. Y'all couldn't make any sales though.
Well, you were a little expensive at the time. Once we realized what the market was, you were still young. You didn't have as much.
You know what? I was expensive compared to the crap that most people drink on industrial sites that does nothing.
Yeah.
Which is basically just Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the best stuff. I mean,
no, it's bad for you.
I remember when I first started, I'm walking into warehouses all the time, in and out the plants, and I'm like, man, that quencher crap's everywhere. Like, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I went and talked to you. I'm like, Matt, you got to do this somehow. Now you have a much better product. It's better for you, which took a little bit longer to get it in there. But once it's a bigger selling point for you.
Yeah, what they were doing was actually crap, and it was actually worse for you than just drinking straight water. It was new, certainly. Like telling somebody to buy something for an employee that costs more, but certainly going to give you a lot more benefit. So it's a hard sell, but look, it's kind of that whole mindset has changed in all forms. Like it was there in the sports world, but certainly people wanting and noticing that when you give somebody something that's better for them, their production increases and their output, and then you spend less money actually at the end of the year because you're spending less on medical bills and things like that. So
there's just a lot of new things. Like the big thing, and what I'm dealing with right now is a lot of these data centers. SpaceX. I probably that was my biggest venture last year was a lot of SpaceX jobs and rocket stuff, like selling stuff.
Rockets?
Oh, dude, rocket companies. Like we were selling $500,000 to $1 million just to build like a sprinkler system. We were major sprinkler systems what we were putting around these guys. But
wait, hold on a second. We are white, so we are obligated to sing "Sweet Caroline" when it drops because obviously. Okay. Can y'all hear the music? I don't know what y'all can hear, can't hear. But they're blaring music now, which is kind of rude because we're on radio right now. But, it's cool.
It works out. But,
So do you have anything that you've sold that is in space right now?
No. Everything that I've sold has been the pipe on the ground, the launching pads. We're doing a lot around the launching pads. But what I was saying too is, like, with these industries getting into it, like, we're used to going out trying to find the cheapest pipe, cheapest flanges, keep costs down. They're like, I don't give a damn how much it costs. Get it to me now.
Yeah.
Like, they're just at a lot faster pace. Right. So like, just go ahead and give me the material right now.
What a world, huh? How about that?
Fun.
Did you think have that on the bingo card selling to SpaceX?
No.
Like 5 years ago?
The first job came up, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And the guy, I went and sat down with the guy, and he's like, basically, it's a big sprinkler system.
Yeah.
We're putting a 10-inch pipe, 20,000 foot of it, drilling 48,000 holes in it so that we can dump, I think it was like 40 or 24,000 gallons a second of water into a launch site.
My God, the 10-inch pipe.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Full of water.
That's wild. No, that's really cool. Did they turn the music up?
Yeah, I think they did turn it up a little bit more. Hey,
you're obligated to sing it, bud.
Dancing with, like, they got the whole crowd dancing now.
Look at us.
Everybody's having a good time.
Look, if you're super confused at what's happening right now, we're at the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank. 100-year birthday for Guarantee Corporation, and so celebrating 100 years with a day of service here at the Food Bank.
If you can't hear us, it's more important what they're doing behind us anyway.
Yeah, it's more important than hearing me and Richard talk about SpaceX.
Hey, we got to fill 3 hours of stuff.
NFL openings.
Who else open? You got it written down over there.
So we got the head coaching tracker. That the Cardinals' job is open. The Ravens open. The Browns, the Raiders, the Steelers, the Bills. So the jobs that have been filled, head coaches, vacancies that have been filled. Falcons, Kevin Stefanski. Miami Dolphins, Jeff Hafley, defensive coordinator from Green Bay. New York Giants with Jim Harbaugh signing 5 years, $100 million. Not a big deal. Pretty decent.
Solid.
And then the Titans most recently hire Robert Saleh, defensive coordinator for the Niners. Great defensive mind, been a good coordinator, was a failed head coach with the Jets, but who hasn't been a failed head coach with the Jets? So there's a lot of names out there, and the Buffalo Bills is the prettiest girl at the dance right now as far as head coaching open. So everybody that is still available, I want to ask you, who do you think is the best available potential coach in the NFL? I don't know how much you follow NFL, if you're mainly college, but
running out of guys that, the NFL I watch is typically somebody I know.
Yeah.
I'm starting to run out of guys I know the older we get.
Bill Parcells is not available.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good question. I don't know because
I got a list here of some potentials. Like, you're always going to get the guys that come out of left field, right? So you're going to get the guys you've never heard of, and certainly with this many openings, you got 1, 2, you got 4, 5, 6, almost 7, maybe 7 openings left.
Well, my thing is, can somebody, like, you don't see this happen very often, but is there a sitting head coach right now that wants out? Like, hey, I'm taking this job. It's a better job than where I'm at.
That's an interesting thought, because we had Green Bay with Matt LaFleur recently. There was rumors that Green Bay might try to trade Matt LaFleur. Like, I was like, we haven't seen that.
And Gruden? Didn't Gruden get traded?
I think so.
Yeah, he got traded from either Tampa to Oakland, Oakland to Tampa.
Yep. So it's I don't really know about contracts and all that stuff that coaches leaving to take another job.
Because if I'm the best head coach in the NFL right now, I want the Bills job.
Yeah.
Like, that's the job everybody wants.
This really feels to me, and his name's not being mentioned. When I looked up like the top odds to get this or that job, he's not being mentioned in it because I guess they assume that he's taking a year off. Mike Tomlin to the Bills makes so much sense to
100%.
me. Because whoever they hire is going to have to mesh. Josh Allen's going to have a say in this.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it's good for Josh Allen's future to get his buddy to be the head coach.
He needs somebody that pushes you, holds you accountable. Like you said, you always got to have that little bit of nervousness. I
get Mike Tomlin not wanting to go to Arizona.
Yeah.
I get him, of course, not wanting to take the Ravens job because, that would be weird at this point. The Browns, I get that. Raiders, I understand why he wouldn't want to just say, I'm going to take a year off. But as soon as that news broke yesterday of McDermott getting fired in Buffalo,
those jobs don't happen.
Often. His
agent called him.
His ears perked a little bit. Yeah. He's like, wait a minute. I can stay in the AFC, which I'm comfortable with. I don't have to be in the North and play the Steelers twice a year. And I can go coach the reigning MVP, this alien that's in the prime of his career. Oh, they got a new stadium being built. They got an amazing fan base. They got really good ownership. I would think he would skyrocket to the top of any. Give you a quick list of people that are being mentioned in a lot of these. on a lot of these Vegas odds and things, just head coaches available that people are saying that could get all these jobs. Arthur Smith, Brian Daboll, Mike McDaniel, Mike Tomlin, Mike McCarthy, Joe Brady, Clint Kubiak, Vance Joseph, Brian Flores. So that's just the list. So if I'm looking at this list and I got Josh Allen.
It's Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. You give him 5 years, $101 million if you have to. You do whatever you can to get Mike Tomlin if he wants it.
I mean, he's a better name than anybody you just rolled off. I mean, I don't know, how long is it before Mike McDaniel gets another head job? I mean, that didn't end great for him. The quirkiness, weirdness, vaping on the side, it was cool when things were going good.
Yeah.
But things, as soon as things went bad, everybody lost respect.
Yeah, as soon as he got fired, me and Hester were talking about, like, Detroit should hire him, like, today as their OC. Now, I think he's going to get some looks because I think he does get a little bit of a mulligan because of the situation. He didn't choose to hire Tua. He didn't choose, like, Miami's Miami. Like, I don't know if Miami can ever be successful when you have a group of males at that age group living in Miami.
It's tough.
It's tough to build a championship culture. Now, you can be good. You can be dangerous. But I just think to build that culture is hard. So, yeah, Mike McDaniel's got some quirks, certainly, but nobody can argue that he's a good coach.
But so that culture, the Miami, I mean, what's the difference of living in New York, Miami, LA? I mean,
it's a great question.
But
I think there's still a little bit of difference.
Yeah, well, shoot, the Jets still suck. I mean, maybe let's use that excuse for the Jets.
That's true. All right. Let's go to break and let's listen to a little bit of this Bruno Mars music popping back here. Let's head Bob a little bit.
We'll come the wedding song.
That's right. This is the wedding song. As well as shout. Okay. We're going to come back. We're going to close out hour number 2. Hour number 3, we're going to have Nick Underhill join the show. We're going to have OTB mailbag and all sorts of sports talk. And, maybe seeing a little more Sweet Caroline because, we're right.
Oh, yeah.
So stick with us right here, Off the Bench.
Off the Bench. Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back here Off the Bench from the Greater Baton Rouge Area Food Bank all day long. Day of service for Guaranteed Corporation. Before we get this segment started, I want to tell you about First American Bank and Trust. So in Louisiana, we still believe in doing business the right way. So knowing your banker, getting straight answers, and working with people who actually care about your success. That's exactly what you'll find at First American Bank and Trust for more than 100 years. That's 100. They've helped Louisiana families buy homes, build businesses, and plan for the future with all local bankers who live and work right here in our community. So no phone trees, no out-of-state decisions, just honest banking built on trust. So whether you're opening up a first account, refinancing your home, taking your business to the next level, First American Bank and Trust is with you every single step of the way. First American Bank and Trust, local people, local decisions, real banking, FABT.com. I got a tweet, saw a tweet yesterday, Richard. It's from Micah Parsons. Ever heard of him?
Pretty good player.
He tweeted last night after this game, or maybe it was during the game, don't know. Said, this is during the game. Indiana might win, but ball knowers, I better never hear a comparison to Joe Burrow and that LSU team to this Indiana team. That is absolute spitting facts there, Mr. Micah Parsons. Let me give you a little stats. Let's compare Joe Burrow's championship performance to Fernando Mendoza. Joe Burrow, 31 of 49, 463 yards, 5 tutters, 14 carries, 58 yards, and 1 tud. Mendoza, 16 of 27, 186 yards, no touchdowns, 7 carries, -8 yards, and 1 touchdown running. Now, don't want to take anything away from the kid. We're just making a comparison. Indiana, you ain't 2019 LSU.
So Joe Burrow had a rushing touchdown in the game as well.
Yeah, 58 yards rushing, 1 tutter.
Yeah. Man, look, I love watching Indiana football the last 4 or 5 games. That's when I figured out who they were. But nothing compares to that 2019 team. I mean, that was probably the best football I've ever seen.
By far.
And then to see now with the history that we have of what the players on that team did in the NFL and are doing in the NFL, it's going to be tough to ever mess with that one.
Yeah, and certainly Micah Parsons. I think everybody knows. We all get it. And we have, everybody knows LSU's that best team. So don't mention them in the same breath, certainly. And I think there was a lot of people talking about that leading up to the game, though. Everyone likes a good comparison. Like,
but come on. I mean, like, I started hearing that, and it was mostly through the radio and a few little things online. I'm like, where is this coming from? And I get that they're undefeated, but if you go back and look at the teams that 2019 team had to play, I think, 7 wins versus top 10?
Right.
Something like that. And then there was like 4 of the top 5.
Yep.
And then the way that they destroyed most of them was just incredible.
Yep. Hell yeah. Well,
I'm still trying to look at where if Myers playing. It's not listed on the Senior Bowl.
All right, we'll be back. It's into hour 2. We'll be back with an amazing hour 3 right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Hi, I want to tell you about Marucci. Marucci, the Hitter's House. Hey, man, you want to play baseball, softball? You want to play like a pro? Well, go get outfitted like the pro over there at the Hitter's House. You got to visit the Marucci Hitter's House right there on Siegel Lane here in Baton Rouge, the superstore and the official bats of Major League Baseball. The official bats, amazing that they are called the official bats of Major League Baseball. I remember them starting in that shed in 2003, 2004, Jack Marucci. I remember those first bats, bone rubbed. I remember all that good stuff, and now they are official. It's incredible to see that growth, especially in the Louisiana company, born right here in Baton Rouge. So Hitter's House locations, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, New Orleans. Hitter House open to the public daily. And if you're ready to unlock your game, memberships include this 24/7 access. So if you ever want to hit, no matter the time, wake up middle of the night, want to go hit, you want to go train, right there, Marucci. Go there, Hitter House. Go visit them on Siegel Lane.
I earned my degree online at Arizona State University. I chose to get my degree at ASU because I knew that I'd get a quality education, they were recognized for excellence, and that I would be prepared for the workforce upon graduating. To be associated with ASU, both as a student and alum, it makes me extremely proud, and having experienced the program, I know now that I'm set up for success. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized, so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.